And what is the cost of average of like regular bolts? Because
that is the cost of a regular bolt. Like 10 crossbow bolts.
So what's the
like
cost of a Masterwork? Because you would take the Masterwork and then subtract the regular cost, and that's what I got to pay.
I got to think about that. Give me a second. I got to do a quick bit of math.
Do the math, and then just let me know. Let me know the amount, and I will. I'll cover it because we can afford it.
I think I got it here. Masterwork quality adds 300 gold pieces to the cost of a normal weapon, or 6 gold pieces to the cost of a single unit of ammunition.
So instead of it being 1, it would be 6 total. Is that correct?
Okay, so that's going to cost me 5 times 50.
No, 5 times 6.
5 times 6?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. 5 times 6 equals 30. Yeah, that's an easy pay for us.
Because if it is 1 gold piece for 10, it would be.
Oh, okay, because it's the 410.
Yeah.
I see where. Yeah.
I mean, it's if we're gonna do increments for it, then it'll be like 50 times 6 or something like that. So.
Yeah. No. I got the cost. So what I would do that morning is I gathered up those bolts and I just kind of walked around them, looked at them, did little shaping here and there, but like bare hands, magical, and they come out as Masterwork after 1 hour, which is without magic impossible.
All right.
Also, I had one additional feat.
And what was that?
Apparently, which was the Gifted Adept. I got rid of it. Apparently, I line up because I'm at level 3 and have 3 feats.
Oh, so you have too many feats, or?
So I had too many, apparently.
I didn't even notice that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because I now have 3, but before I had 4.
I'm trying to double check if a unit of ammunition refers to how they consider units, which would be like bulk of 10, or if it's individual. It does not say, though, and like anything I'm looking
I would
at.
go with 10.
I don't know, the fact that it says single unit of ammunition.
Yeah, a single unit would be 1 bolt, is what I'm understanding.
No, because that would be a single.
Yeah, a Masterwork bolt. The same way that our NPCs had like 6 Masterwork. Not, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have 60 units of ammunition. We had 6 units of ammunition.
Alright, so as a GM, do you want to rule it that 1 bolt counts as a unit, or that it rules as a...
Alright, well, 6 times 50 is what? 300?
Yeah.
I think you have that amount anyway, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I have that amount. Whatever way you rule it, I can cover it. It's just I want to set the precedent.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that then. Like it's 6 per unit, which means 6 per bolt or per arrow or whatever.
Not a problem.
Yeah, because they do this all the time where they like put it in increments of like 10 or 20, and you get them for in bulk or whatever.
Hell yeah, no. Cost is still covered. We now have 50 Masterwork crossbow bolts.
Awesome. And you can do the other 50 another day.
100%. I can do the other 50 today if I want. Because I'm not going to come across a caster in the middle of town, and I have 24 hours to deal with it.
Of course.
Do we have anybody like here that could skillfully use a crossbow?
I mean, you have 3 people that are basically warriors. Anton can use a crossbow as well. He's there. He's not here tonight, obviously, but he is at the camp.
Okay.
Aubryn can use it technically, although she prefers the longbow. Kinning can use it. And all the farmers, you can give them ones as well. You can basically make like a little militia.
Would Kinning go towards a crossbow?
Let me see.
Is it because I could easily upgrade a crossbow to match with the crossbow bolts? Because then that covers also when the bolts run out.
Kinning can use a crossbow. She's
heavy crossbow.
She can use a heavy one, yeah.
Okay, well, if that would be suitable, then I'll ask the same question. What's the cost difference between a Masterwork heavy crossbow and a regular heavy crossbow?
300 gold.
Well, let me get you the cost. Hold on.
Well, that's what the thing specific says. A weapon is 300 gold pieces.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So effectively, it's 300 whether it's ammo or weapon.
Well, no. Ammo is 6 gold piece per unit. Weapon is 300 gold piece per weapon.
Yeah, but like I mean at the 50 increment.
Sorry, I've been all this time looking up to see if Pathfinder has any definition of the word unit, just to make sure. And I could not find a damn thing.
I couldn't find anything either. A typical heavy crossbow is about 50 gold to purchase, so 300 on top of that, basically.
Okay, perfect. I spend another 300. We now have a Masterwork heavy crossbow that that can easily be grabbed by Kinning whenever it's needed to defend.
That works.
And it's the same process. It's just me adjusting parts of it, magically molding it, making the grip better, like... Hands glowing the entire time.
Well, I mean, Kinning is like, that's freaky, kid.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's freaky? Here, try it. And I just toss it to her like not loaded.
This handle looks like a scroll case.
Kinda, yeah, actually.
And I'm like, see?
Well, she'll give it a try. It shoots well. She says, this is pretty good. How'd you do that? Because you didn't work this.
Oh, it's, you see, I studied magic a whole bunch, and I got this book, and there's stuff in it I can't read yet. But I was deemed a failure because my magic didn't hurt people. But I'm good at changing stuff.
Good at changing stuff.
Yeah.
Still seems unnatural to me.
It's arcane magic. It's been developed. Stuff like divine magic is weird to me.
Let's put it this way, kid. You try and do this stuff in any of the sky citadels and anywhere the dwarven cities are, they're probably not going to be too keen on you just changing stuff. They like doing it themselves with their hands, you know what I mean?
But it makes no sense because I'm doing it with my hands.
But with also heat and arms and armor and
I'm using my arms too. I'm part way there, and then I'll go back to working on stuff.
Some kid's never gonna learn. Fucking children. I hate all these people. Why am I here still? I'm probably gonna die if I go on my own. She's just muttering to herself and walks off.
What's the L stand for?
It's supposed to be a K. That's a misprint. I changed it already.
It's supposed to be a K.
Yeah, Masterwork.
Oh, you're just adding the K at the end of the word for some reason. Okay.
Yeah, MWK instead of MWL. The L was a typo.
Yeah, I just don't understand why it's 3 letters or anything, really.
Just so we mark it as Masterwork, so I know it's a plus.
Heavy crossbow.
Another day of rations. Okay, we need to figure out a better solution to rations.
You got 8 rations, by the way.
Yep.
For that day of hunting, so add that to your totals. But otherwise,
I did.
Anywho, so I'll let you figure that out. You had your little scene there with Kinning. Anybody else?
How many rations per day are we going through?
Everybody's getting one a day. So,
but how many is that equaling out to? Because I have a better way of tracking them.
Oh, so how many people are actually taking is what you're asking?
Yes, because I can track them by how many days we have covered plus whatever's left over, and then it's easy to just transfer over at that point.
You have 16 people at camp plus yourself and Anton, so that's 18 total.
Okay.
Missing currently is King, who would be 19.
Got it.
You could always do the old Korg method, don't only eat once every 3 days.
You could ration your rations.
Well, I mean, that's how it works in the rules. You don't take any penalty until the 3rd day, so...
That is a thing in there.
So if you're literally at the risk of everybody in the camp starving, start rationing the rations.
Where is your ration list? Because I don't see it.
It's on group rations and items.
I must be blind. I don't see the rations.
It's just underneath 50 Masterwork bolts.
Require 19 a day plus 11 is what you're saying? 6
So,
days each?
So we have 6 days each. We require 19 per day. And right now, on top of those 6 days, we have an additional 11.
Okay. Can I, if it's possible, can you separate that in like a separate
Hell yeah.
chart from there? Because I missed that completely, and that is something that should be tracked.
Maybe you need to just toss a clock up on this campaign. That way we just have a clock up over the camp.
Oh, I mean, the weather is starting to get a little chilly, by the way.
No, I meant for rations, just a counter.
Oh, I've already got it covered in this list.
I've never actually looked at it. I just assumed you guys were taking. I have no idea what our food status has ever been.
It has been a mix of decent to dire.
Yeah, so now if you look at it above items, there is specifically rations.
Awesome. I'm so glad that, the crazy anal person to me would be keeping track of exactly what you have. So, like, how much water do you have? How much honey do you have? How many apples do you have? That type of stuff. But I'm insane like that. Anyway.
That's more on my character sheet if it's anything specific, but if it counts as food, I just pop it into there.
That's going to be the Fallout game, by the way.
Yeah.
By the reading of that.
Oh, is that what that Fallout game's going to be?
Well, apparently the random loot rolls and random scrounging for food rolls are literally the food items that you would get in Fallout, which are literally a whole giant list.
Jesus Christ.
How many
I'm not going to have
foods?
to worry about that, because I'm going to be playing someone named Chuck, who's a super mutant who throws stuff.
I think you still have to worry about eating food.
So I'm not going to worry about specifically what the food is. I'm going to ask for food.
For those uninformed, they're planning a Fallout tabletop RPG campaign Wednesday afternoons.
What I mean to say is, I'm completely uninformed. I have no idea. I think certain foods give you different things.
I'm not going to pay attention to anything like that. But yeah, no, for the rest of the... Like, until people get back and we confirm, like, when we're going for that, I am keeping one of my spell slots open for magic weapon.
Okay.
My other spell slots, 2 are going towards crafting, 2 are going towards masterwork stuff if we have the money.
Okay, then. All right. Are you good for now, then, on camp?
I believe so, unless there's any other days of hunting that need to be rolled between what's going on.
No, I just wanted to get that one in just so we can get a scene with you. Now I'm going to head back to Coriel, Daryl, and Sirach real quick, and then we're going to check in on King.
You've made your camp next to a kangaroo.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. You've been living here how long?
Hold on. Where do you see the kangaroo?
Hold on, let's start. Let's see. You got your eye right here. I guess a pouch would be right here. That wasn't bad. Pouch right here. Feet. I guess the tail would be like that. Arm is a little bit misplaced, but whatever. Your arm right here too.
Well, I think I know what you mean.
You mean the
Is
map?
this like it's like looking at clouds?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We've all been looking at this map this whole time. What have you guys been doing? I mean, hell, what's the bird that's always with Snoopy?
Woodstock.
Woodstock, yeah. Woodstock is right here.
You know what? Woodstock I can see.
Well, I'm pointing out Woodstock up here. I don't know if you're looking down there at the kangaroo still.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at kind of the whole thing, the whole canyon area. But no, you're right. Actually, that one little spot does look a lot like Woodstock's head.
Anyways.
So, eventually, Coriel, you will wake up.
Yes, probably still pretty worse for the wear, but at least, not on a forced march anymore.
That does help. And you have been dragged into the shade, and there's basically a fire going, and it seems pretty relaxed here. And you see like the guy that was here wearing wood armor just cooking some meat or whatever he's. What are you cooking anyway?
Venison.
There you go. Got some dead elk.
Yeah, we'll say venison.
Okay, so I guess Coriel would probably wake up, laying on his back, see the sky, and then try to sit up, and probably catch a glimpse of this statue that's up here on top of this ledge. What is that?
Local knowledge, if you have it, give it a shot.
I do have local.
It's a shaped piece of stone, typically in a humanoid fashion.
18.
That's pretty good. You don't recognize, like, the face is completely gone, but the way the statue is built, it almost looks like it was maybe like the size of a dwarf at one point. You know that like way to the southwest is a sky citadel, one of the dwarf fortresses, dwarf strongholds, a place called Kragadan. So it's possible this could have been maybe a marker of their territory from centuries ago, but just by the shape of it and the posture of it, and the crafting or what's left of it, it reminds you of like a dwarven made statue of some kind.
It's a long way out from the mountains. All right, Coriel is gonna struggle to sit up. Everything I'm sure still hurts terribly. And smells the food, and I'm sure is just salivating. He's gonna kind of just work himself up and kind of clear his throat. It's like try to catch Sorok's attention and be like, I can get some of that.
Yeah. Pretty much like instantly hands you food.
Oh, thank you. Coriel starts wolfing it down just as fast as he can. Like no.
Yeah, it has been like 2 days since you've eaten.
Yeah. And this is also like pretty fresh, right? So
yeah, he's just gonna keep shoveling food into his mouth and kind of look around and be like, "Where'd you come from?"
that is a complicated question. What do you mean?
Just where'd you come from? Came up from we came up from Long Shadow. First we came up from Phaendar after the hobgoblins took it over. And then we've been coming through the woods trying to find our friends.
Yes, Phaendar. I am from near Phaendar, but to the east-ish. Down the river.
I may have been around there. I'm from up north myself.
I mean, east would be up the river.
I don't know which way the river goes. So
yeah, the river flows upriver. Like, literally, you're describing towards Long Shadow.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. The mountains are here, which implies that this is downriver.
You see this giant dagger icon on the huge circle?
Yeah.
The center of that is Phaendar. So if you head east from Phaendar, you're following the river up towards Long Shadow.
Will it be like east, south, east?
Damn it, I don't know how I do this all the time.
I was like,
I swear, guys.
That's not the right direction.
I swear to God, guys, I do know left from right. Yeah, I know which way the sun sets and the sun rises.
He's from this area here somewhere.
Yeah, this area right here. Pretty much east, southeast.
Like a homestead.
Somewhere in these three. Yeah, so if you are fleeing Phaendar, then there was another invasion?
I don't know if it's an invasion or what, but we were all just there. Everything seemed all right, and then it was a whole I don't know, company or regiment of hobgoblins showed up and just swarmed the place. We fled, went into the woods. We've been trying to find the rangers, and we've seen a couple of them on our way. We've still seen more hobgoblins and some evidence of hobgoblin battles. A few villages throughout.
I see.
Well, they did put a bounty out on us.
Well,
oh, there is that too. Yeah.
Which I mean,
apparently they know who we are.
Yeah, belays a bit of organization.
Well, if you would like, Surak will accompany you to wherever you are staying now for safe journey.
We don't know exactly where we're going, but happy to have another set of hands along the way.
If it's similar to previous attacks, then there must be some people creating a stronghold or something somewhere.
All we know is they call themselves the Ironfang Legion. They're looking for someone called the Children of Stone.
I have not heard of these names. Surak has not heard of these names.
Oh, we gotcha.
He knows the word I.
I'm too used to normally speaking. Oh God.
It's always weird trying to do a character.
Yeah, Surak does not know of these names.
Coriel and Daryl, can you please both roll intelligence checks?
How long ago did the Korg expedition leave?
God.
Like almost a month at this point.
So have been in touch with the survivors in over a month now.
Yeah.
So when we say we have no fucking idea where they're at, we mean it in the most literal sense.
Well,
Daryl and Coriel,
No,
please
I
roll
heard.
intel. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oof, not good on either count.
I mean,
we sent the best and brightest.
You realize that the you do know that Farhawk, the stop where Farhawk was where the Troglodytes were, seemed weird because he was exchanging and giving them gifts and stuff. So you think maybe they have something to do with the Legion and the Children of Stone, but you don't know for sure.
It's been forever. I just have the notes written down. The letter. What does it say? Letter sealed in Hobgoblin sigil. Ironfang Legion greets Children of Stone. General Azaersi. That's the only things that I have written down.
Yep, I know the letter.
I don't think we've learned anything about any of that.
I've once heard that his arrows would blot out the sky.
Looks like you'll have to fight in the shade.
Yeah, seems that way. Well, if you do not know where you are going, then it may take additional time, but Surak will still help you.
All right. This is where I'm going to actually ask Surak specifically to roll. Do you have geography?
Geography?
I'm going to take that as a no.
So.
How about anybody in the team have geography?
Don't think so.
I got local, nature, and dungeoneering.
I'll allow the nature to get your bearings.
I do.
Geography?
Oh, Daryl has the geography. That's good enough. You know that you're pretty north in the forest, and it is getting cooler, and like chillier and all that stuff. You suspect if you start heading south, you'll probably start hitting up areas you've been before, either south to southeast might be the way to go from where your current location is.
Remind me again, what is Redjaw up here?
That's something that somebody else found out about. That is a hobgoblin camp.
Okay.
It's somewhere in this area. Sirach. All right, so which hex are you going into? And then I need you to roll a d20.
I guess we'll just press on due southeast, like you said.
Over here, then?
Yeah, that'll work.
I mean, it's literally the way we came.
Is it?
Well, when you weren't here, we were here, and then
We were in that
conceivably
cave,
got dragged up to here before we got freed again just now. So it's literally reversing course.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, that works if you want to do that.
Well, I mean, specifically because we weren't choosing to head this way. We were dragged this way.
Well, do we have an idea of what direction Anton ran off in after he got free?
Not a clue. He just kind of fucked off into the woods.
Well, I mean, he ran south. We don't know if he kept going south. We know he ran south.
So you're moving there. That's your first day. Can Sirach, can you roll a d20 for me, please?
I sure can. Flat?
Yeah, just a flat d20.
6.
Oh, good.
Well,
We've rolled a surprising number of 6s on d20.
yeah, it seems that
Bad
way.
weather.
I don't even mean this time. I mean like on traveling. Hey, can you roll a
Yeah,
d20?
I have noticed that.
A lot of
Yeah.
6s.
Let's see.
I think I've got a few of those, yeah.
The three of you do run into something.
Oh no.
A rock. Get hurt.
No. I mean, that would hurt if you run into a rock, literally. No, you actually run into, let's see. Yeah, let's have some fun.
2 half-orcs. I mean, 2 half
Oh,
hobgoblins.
Christ. All right,
On
so
2
how
die
much
rolls.
rest did we get after defeating that hobgoblin?
Another day of rest, so that's 3 hit points.
Okay, so that's still not good. And I'm going to say, if no one else wanted it, I want to take that Masterwork battle axe that the hobgoblin had.
You can have it, man.
Battle axes are in my wheelhouse, and I'll take an extra +1.
Do you want the breastplate as well?
Do I have a praise? I don't think I do. Don't. No, I'll stick with my chain shirt for now. I want to stay limber. I want to stay moving. Let me put all that back on, actually. Equip.
Okay, then. For some reason, this map has Fog of War set, and I don't know why. Alright, it's mostly gone. Can I get the 3 of you to please place your tokens?
Yep.
Yeah, around there is fine. Actually, you're running into something different for once.
Incredible.
It's this chicken.
See,
this
that
one
one
chicken.
I see. That one I absolutely see. You put it right on top of the chicken, too.
Of course I did. See a very tiny creature just looking at you with large yellow eyes. It looks like it's covered almost like head to toe in fur and has 2 long ears like a rabbit.
What is it?
It looks like a puka, which is a type of fey creature. What do you do?
Well, let's see. We were heading southeast. So, according to this map, I just go this way and head off the map and continue on course.
You could do that if you want.
Can I roll anything to see if I know anything about pukas, about what they are, what they do?
With the nature rule that Daryl has, you can get most of that information already.
Okay.
The short version is like they're basically like chaotic, weird little fey creatures. They tend to they usually aren't found alone like this.
Yeah, assumedly this creature jumped out somewhere behind us. And I said, "Oh, look, a puka," and then I start telling you about it as I walk away.
And they tend to be very fun-loving. So like they actually they like fucking with people a lot.
Oh. Well.
Illegal in most city-states.
Time to walk away.
Yeah, no, Coriel being raised in a half-elf household probably knows not to fuck around with any fey creatures. So he's going to back away slowly, keeping eye contact with it.
It's looking right at you. As it's looking at you, you see images flash in your head, Coriel. Can you do me a favor? Oh no, actually there's no check to this. It just does it automatically. You just see random images like out, like in your brain. Like you just see what looks like an image of like some random elf that looks like he's like a hobo in the streets, like begging for water. You see like a random image of a bunch of elks like grazing near a stream. Another image showcases what looks like a bunch of other fey creatures, sprites and leprechauns and things like that, just gallivanting and drinking in the middle of a forest grove. And then you see like the image of what looks like a fire, and the fire slowly of a forest as if it's on fire. It slowly turns black and black and black until it turns into like this giant acrid smell of like mushroom spores all over the place. And then the giant mushrooms grow out of the ground where the trees were, like as tall as skyscrapers in your mind.
Well, that's a hell of a trip. Probably he's going to knock Coriel on his ass. And he's going to have to just shake his head and his bearings again really quick.
To the retreating sound of Daryl saying, "And that's why you never make eye contact with the..."
Is the puka still sitting there?
It's slowly following you.
Coriel is going to get up and quickly catch up to his companions. And fill them in on what he just saw.
I
don't know. Maybe it's just the multiple shots to the head that I've taken over the last few days. I'm not sure, but it all seemed pretty vivid.
Yes, that's what they call a dream.
Based off of what Daryl knows, pukas have the ability to telepathically communicate with people, and they usually their telepathic communications make no fucking sense.
All right, well then I'm going to be grateful for the fun little psychedelic excursion that I just had, and I think we should scarper off and get the hell out of here.
As you are walking away, you notice the puka is following you. Just at a distance, though.
Cool, good for it.
And I guess we'll go from there.
I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm not going to attack a fey creature that usually appears in packs and can put weird visions into your head. I'm going to let it be. Live and let live.
I like that attitude. So all your excursions are happening like a day or two behind from where everybody else was. Now we're going to turn to King. So King, you are with like 3 members of the Molthune army still.
Mm-hmm.
And let me actually get a new map for you.
We're about to enter the Troglodyte caves.
Well, you're getting there.
Well, we were literally the next day would have been us getting there, which is today. So.
Oh, you want to just jump right to it then?
Well, because remember last time we were a day before there, and I spent that day moving and talking to them. So literally the next movement on the map would be getting there, being there.
We could do that, although we'll have to delete everybody else.
That's right, I've killed you all. How do you feel about that?
Oh no.
How was your
So sad.
hour and a half of existence, The Rock?
It was
While-
short.
While everyone is being deleted, I actually have a question about Auburn.
Yes.
Does she have cure light wounds?
She has channel positive energy, which basically does sort of the same thing.
Do we have somebody at the camp with cure light wounds specifically?
Oh, yes. The only one that has it is Meyer, who is the only other religious person.
Perfect. Do we have someone with lesser restoration?
Auburn has that.
Do we have somebody with stabilize?
I want to say Auburn has that, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay, in that case, I can craft something. I just need help from other people.
I would think that she wouldn't, because of how many people died that night.
Yeah,
She's got lesser restoration. She doesn't have stabilize.
Yeah, she doesn't have stabilize.
Stabilize, I meant.
She does have lesser restoration.
Do we have somebody with stabilize?
No.
So close. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just going through the list of wondrous items. Because I can make one. I can craft wondrous items. They just require a whole bunch of ridiculous things, and you have to have everything to do it.
Do they require 3 balls dipped in blood?
No, that's different.
Wait, do you have 3 balls or 2 balls?
3. It's a juggler set.
I don't know if you're a good juggler or a bad juggler.
Oh, I don't juggle. I just have juggling balls.
You pass them along in the middle, or do you actually,
He's never tried to juggle once.
The 3 Knights of Molthune that are with you, King, they do ask questions still as to where we're going, how many people have survived, do you know the strength of these hobgoblins, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And do you answer, or do you just ignore them?
Oh, I mean, we had this conversation the last time.
You have to remind me because I do not remember.
Well, I mean, most of the answers I don't know, so it's real simple questions.
Alrighty.
I mean, except for the where are we going. I told them I was leading them to camp, and I mean, probably the closer we get to the Troglodyte Camp, I'll start saying something like, I need to make a quick detour.
He says, and what is the details of the leader, a woman by the name of Gatlin, as you've come to know her? Actually ask, and the nature of this detour is what exactly?
Oh, sorry. Actually, I can't say that because I remember now. I don't actually know the Troglodyte Camp is here. This is a happy coincidence that I was leading them away and then realized on the map that I was leading them in the direction of the Troglodyte Camp.
Basically, you accidentally
I was heading north, and that's when they encountered me, and I decided I'm not going to go back to camp, so I just kept heading north. And that's where the Troglodyte Camp from the other group happened to be. So, like I said before at the end of last session, when I realized, when I said before that I was going to try heading them to Redjaw, and realized the path was going to take me right through the Troglodyte Camp by happy coincidence.
Well, that's so now you're in front of the you're getting up to these caves here. You see this large cave structure. What do?
Well, I imagine the smell would obviously be...
There is an odor to it. You notice, in the front of the cave, there looks like there are large-sized mushrooms.
Well, I just mean that troglodytes have this incredibly rough odor, and this is literally where they live, so...
Oh yeah, no, it definitely smells, but you see the mushrooms and everything like that. It is getting close to night. By the way, just so you know. And actually, as the sun is starting to set, when you get closer, when the sun actually hits like a group of like mushrooms near the lip of the cave. They just emit this loud shriek, which is very strange to you, and it actually hurts your ears for a moment.
Is that it?
Yeah, it lasts for about a minute, but then it stops.
I said, what was that?
Gatlin actually looks a little confused by it as well. She says, I don't know, but whatever it is, whatever's over here, we should probably be very cautious.
Right. I mean, I'm going to take moves to be overly cautious, but not actually overly cautious. Like, I'm trying to slow us down.
Do you think this is even a safe place to rest?
I mean, we have the safety of the rocks. It's at least one direction we can't be attacked from.
Where do you want to set up camp, then?
Well, not near whatever made that noise, clearly.
That was in the caves itself, so probably we should go further north and move away from this area.
Right. As I've said, out of character, I am making moves to seem to be moving cautiously, but I'm actually just trying to slow down.
Understandable. I need Team Sirach, Team King, and Team Forvel. All three of you now. It is a new day. We are almost caught up with each other.
Oh, son of a bitch. You can trust these troglodytes to fucking attack you.
Well, are you staying near the cave or no?
That's what I said. I'm slowing down. I'm assuming that was their warning device, which is scream. I don't know what they're called in Pathfinder. I know back in old Dungeons and Dragons, beholders used screaming fungus to alert them of danger to their things. I assumed that's what that was. But then you said new day. So it's like, troglodytes didn't even fucking come out to investigate.
Roll a nature check.
Well, I'm not counting on me knowing any of this, despite the fact that despite the fact I rolled a 3 there, I am trained in nature.
Yeah, you're actually surprised by that, because if something like had that as like an alarm or something like that, you're amazed that nobody came out.
Well, I guess I'm taking these guys all the way to Red Jaw then. So if it's a new day, then I'm technically up here.
Well, let's get to that then.
Well, since yesterday was on top of it, now I'm there. What do you want? D20 from all of us?
Okay, first things first. We'll start with Team Survivor. Forvel, what are you doing today?
If we're not getting attacked and if no one is making their way out to do anything, I'm doing my usual prepared in the camp.
Okay. So, do your preparedness. I assume you're going to have the 3 people hunting who are hunting?
Absolutely. 35 on the crafting roll.
Had some good hauls for the hunting again. So you got 7 rations for the hunting for that day. And the 35 on the crafting roll, you do finish another hut without a hitch.
Perfect. So that is where there's only 4 left.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. And then additionally, do I want to save my masterwork, or do I want to just convert those 15 bolts?
That's up to you.
I'll convert the other 50 bolts.
All right, that'll be 300 more gold.
Because if we have people defending themselves, if they're not the greatest shot, that'll help.
Okay, then. Team King, can you roll a d20?
Do I need to roll a d20 as well?
If you want to, go for it. Let's see what happens at the camp today.
Hell yeah. Got a 9.
King has 17. Team Sirach, which square are you going into?
Well, we're going southeast, right?
Yeah, pretty
Still?
much. Yeah.
so I imagine the one that's southeast.
There? Oh god, you guys are so damn close to each other.
Yep.
Well, you say that. I mean, technically, horizon distance. So, horizon distance in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, it's not exactly
And
5
and well 5
5 meters.
it's really
5 meters.
it's really 5
It's
miles,
it's a real
but
tiny
5 miles,
world. It's a real tiny world.
it's like 5-6 miles, whatever it is. Anyway, roll a d20, Pandarin.
14.
All right, let's do King first. Yeah, we're gonna use the old Anar Grove map. Back when everybody was young and innocent.
I mean, you say in our grove like I know what it is.
This is where you like the Druid Grove.
Oh, cool! I get to fight a bunch of children.
And all these people.
Those are the survivors. Some of them are dead by now.
I mean, not that guy, despite how much I rallied for it.
Now they're
Forvel
gone.
just kept hoping he would survive, and he survived.
If you can please place your token, King. And roll a perception, because you hear commotion in the woods today. Yeah, you see it. Let's see. You catch what looks like...
Syphilis.
No. You hear barking, but it sounds like the barking of dogs instead of wolves.
I don't know there's much difference.
It sounds more like yapping, if that makes any sense. And to the north, you notice that there are 2 hounds that look like they're just completely diseased, with a hobgoblin holding what looks like alchemist fire. And they're attacking the tree.
I mean, it looks like a bomb. Like a cartoon bomb.
I mean... They're attacking the tree.
Oh, cool. I'll stop and watch. Free entertainment.
You notice that with the alchemist fire, she pours it on top of the 2 hounds, and then they burst into flames. Literally, the 3 soldiers from Molthune get their weapons ready and already form ranks to attack.
I see how you moved me to the side there. Let me just continue that for you. There you go. Oh, you dragged me back. I dragged myself. There we go.
So, like, they're getting ready to form ranks. You notice the hounds are just, like, barking up the tree and, like, trying to gnash at something. You don't know what, though. Something's, like, moving in the tree.
If I had to guess, wolf.
What do you do?
I just stop and watch.
Well, the 3 Molthune soldiers are going to attack, so they're going to roll initiative.
Best of luck for them. I'm really going to enjoy watching this GM on GM combat.
No, I'm not. So who wants to play who? Justin, you get first pick.
I pick the third one.
Who's the third one?
I don't know.
We got the female lead, Gatlin. We got Wilson, who's the dreadlock guy, and we got Tyrion, who is the helmet guy.
What do I appreciate most about this is there's 3 of you, and there's 6 of them, which means if you each play 2 of them, one of you is going to be on both teams.
You know what?
Not playing the hobgoblins. I'm playing
Tyrion.
the hobgoblins. Okay,
I'll play Tyrion.
You're playing Tyrion. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Tyrion.
Well, you
but
remember he has to repay his debts.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sorry, I have not established that as canon.
Gary, who do you want to play as?
I'll play Dreadlock Jesus over here.
That is Wilson.
Wilson. I'll take Wilson.
Hey, Panda, you want to be Gatlin?
Yeah, sure. I think that might be the only option here.
You can play the two dogs.
No, you can't.
What if I did anyways?
Wilson, otherwise known from this day forward as Jesus.
So
What?
Gatlin, you say?
Spanish for
Hold
Jesus.
on, I'm giving. I know what it means, but I'm like, why would you be called Jesus?
Well, I mean, if you ever watched American Gods, he does look like the Spanish version of Jesus. The
I've
one
never
I
watched.
know, I'm just zoomed out really far, and like this tiny little token just kind of looks like Jesus to me.
I don't know. I had the same thought.
Zoomed in, it's not at all, but
No, is it? I'm at 120%, so I'm still zoomed out pretty far.
Double check. You should all have control of the tokens.
let's see here.
And let me start rolling initiative for the hobgoblins here.
I'm just gonna say, guys, it'd be real convenient for me if you guys like flubbed it intentionally. You got these guys killed.
Wilson,
I can't do
Jesus
that.
Wilson.
I mean, you totally could do that. Look,
It's
man,
not
don't
fair.
put don't put a I can't do anything, man. You can do anything you want to do. You're a strong, powerful individual with a creative mind. I'm sure you could find a way.
You know what? You know what?
is-
I appreciate that.
I can't remember where initiative is. Oh, there it is.
I'm just saying that if I got to Redjaw 3
Ooh,
human
initiative
heads,
-1.
my story
Why
would be
the
a lot
hell
better.
would someone choose to use this weapon? Hell yeah, that's all I'm using.
I think I know what weapon you're talking about.
I also understand how to pronounce it too.
I have a
Like-
Masterwork Gisarm.
It's yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, I've got the same thing. I just
Look it up.
there it is.
Well, they're pole arms, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
They're like
They are.
super long.
Which means
But,
that
like,
they're
if
not
you-
using a shield, right?
If you look
They
at
are
the
not,
end
no.
of it, it's the most inconvenient actual weapon portion of anything I've seen.
I'm just trying to
Yeah, there's,
remember
like,
off the top of my
multiple
head.
Stabs.
Is it like a pole hook sort of thing? It's got like a
It's
stabby
a
bit
hook
and a
with-
curve.
Yeah.
It's a curve with. It's got a hook. It's got several stabby bits on it. Like
Yeah, that's
Like,
the
I
thing
know
about
it's-
pole
it's
arms. Is
designed
there's
for
1,000
disarming.
varieties.
It's designed for disarming.
Well, have fun against those two dogs and a pyromaniac.
You need to also roll initiative, King.
But I'm not in the fight.
Not yet. Tyrion, initiative?
You know what?
Or did you not do it yet?
I didn't do it yet.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking up what a Guisarm was.
Okay.
There we go. 0.
Wow. All right.
You're about as not in the fight as I am.
I have a -1 to initiative, and I rolled a natural 1.
Okay. So, it looks like all of the enemies are going to go first. So these hounds, they are just like barking up the tree and are on fire. But it looks like the fire is not harming them at all. So just FYI on that. And the grenadier here, actually, are you guys trying to make an attempt to be stealthy at all? Or you're just like walking up to attack.
Oh, we're not being stealthy. Our leader has started to initiate that combat's happening. So I'm fighting and making sure that our leader is safe.
Well, the grenadier here is gonna chuck a bomb at your face.
Oh god.
Also, you guys seem to be dressed up in like white and red in the middle of. You're as stealthy as the British Army circa 1700s.
Yep.
So, let's get the battle music on. There we go. All right. She chucks a bomb at your face. I don't think that's going to hit. She was aiming right for Gatlin. 11. Does that hit you?
Nope.
Okay, time for random roll. Let's see where it splashes. So let's see. Going clockwise. 1, 2, 3. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8! Over here.
All right.
So you just see like a bomb that just erupts in flame. And a gout of fire just like comes up like on there. Gatlin, you do get singed slightly, but you're okay. And the dogs now are paying attention. So go ahead, Team Molthune. Gatlin, you're up first.
I'm looking at this person's attacks and whatnot, and it seems like they're a crossbow person now.
They do have a crossbow, yes.
Masterwork heavy crossbow.
I just made one of those.
Yeah. So I think they're gonna. What's the range on this?
It's like 80 feet, 60 feet, 80 feet, something like that.
60 feet. Okay. They're gonna definitely go for this guy. Probably drop back a bit.
Which guy? I didn't see. I'm sorry.
The grenadier.
The grenadier. Okay.
I don't know what these feats do.
Which ones are you looking at?
Well, they have mobility, toughness, and dodge. I know what dodge does, but
mobility just makes it easier for you to move, gives you a little bit extra movement,
yeah.
And toughness increases your HP a little bit. So
cool. So statics. Sick.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna drop back a bit and shoot that guy.
Go ahead and fire.
That's a whole 10.
And that's a miss.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Is reloading a thing in this game?
Yes.
What's reloading in this game? I don't.
Reloading's a minor action.
Okay, then they reload.
Okay.
She reloads. That's the deal, I think.
All right. Wilson.
Say back there.
Okay. Wilson Jesus Wilson.
That's his official name now.
Yeah, Wilson Jesus Wilson, yeah. Son of Willis Josiah Wilson. He is going to move up, and he's got a Gisarm. That has to be a reach weapon, right?
It is, yes. 10-foot reach.
Cool. So he's going to get right up on this bombardier right here with the space in between them. He's going to attack with that Gisarm.
Go for it.
He's going to try to just go for a stab right into his chest.
Oh. Full round action.
Oh!
Wow!
Ooh. Jesus.
29 damage.
29 piercing damage.
You not only stab it in the chest, you actually knock the heart out of her body.
No one fucks with the Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow!
That's why they call you Jesus of the battlefield.
Well done, sir. King, what do you do?
Full round defense. I do nothing. I keep watching.
Tyrion.
All right. So Tyrion will move 30. Will move to get within range of this dog.
Dog.
The dog is on fire, and it looks like it's like just dripping fire. It's almost as if it's like covered in oil, and the oil is like rolling off of it with the flames attached.
However, as he was moving, he was Molthune. Are they more of an arcane, divine? What's their sort of like belief background?
They are a rigid military hierarchy.
Perfect.
With their own form of like citizenship and like low class society flaws. Think like Rome, if that helps any.
Helps.
So
by the grand command of the mighty Molthune, I request for you to stand down, and we will not hurt you. As I go forward and stab the dog.
Go for it.
Are you shouting commands at animals?
Yes.
That's a miss, unfortunately.
Well, at least now we know that Jesus was in charge.
Sorry, I was getting a quick message.
See, the thing is, Tyrion always offers peace before he attacks at the same time.
Okay. So, the dogs, what are they gonna do? As I mentioned, they are actually on fire at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Right to the two of you in close range and start biting at your ankles. That's the first thing they do. Uh, 10 and 12. Do either of those hit?
That's a miss for me, no matter what.
Okay. So, don't have to worry about the allergic reaction yet. But because they are flammable, I need both of you to roll a reflex saving throw.
Reflex. Not great. The Jesus?
Tyrion survived it. Wilson did not. Wilson, your clothing does catch on fire. Just so you know.
All right, good to know. Wilson is undeterred by this. He stands strong.
And you do take 5
Likes
damage.
the showmanship now. Now he's flaming. Now he's wreathed in flames.
Yes. You do, by the way, take 5 damage from that getting on fire thing.
So you're saying you have a fiery halo now?